Bathrooms and cars are our churches. Welcome to today's ClaudISM, which we translate to anywhere and everywhere can be a sanctuary. ClaudISMs are words or phrases that we use to emotionally regulate, mentally reframe a situation, to spiritually connect with the now moment. Hi, I'm Claudia CAUTERUCCI, a Washington, D.C. psychotherapist and psychospiritual coach, and I'm a fellow life traveler. So let's start with our stories. I have two stories about bathrooms and cars and how I came up with this ClaudISM. I remember when I describe my stories, these are of times where I felt amazingly overwhelmed by my internal experience and emotionally dysregulated. So in my 20s, which is what I call the volume 2, volume 2 is when our wounds, our childhood wounds that we didn't even know were there, begin to explode in some way. My 20s was a time when my volume 2 was absolutely exploding. My first story is living in Guatemala in my early 20s, which at the time I was with my then husband. And I had never lived overseas. I lived overseas a lot in my life, but never on my own with a partner. And he was older than me. We went to a party with all of his friends, people I didn't know, people that were older. In the middle of the party, while we were there, his ex-girlfriend came over. She was stunning. She was gorgeous. I was just scared, insecure, a fish out of water, competitive. All my feelings were happening. Even though I was quite emotionally dysregulated, I had at that time a pretty consistent spiritual practice where I was praying and I woke up every morning to read scripture, to read different spiritual authors. So what I did was in the middle of that party, I went to the bathroom, locked the door, and I got on my knees in the bathroom. And I know this sounds bizarre, but I share a lot of weird things to do when we're anxious, when we're in a panic attack. And you'll see that. You'll see that in most of my ClaudISMs. Now I know kneeling for humans, for humanity, is a grounding technique. It's an instinct. We kneel to be close to the earth, to feel anchored and safe. And I prayed. So not only was I grounding, I was reaching up. I was reaching up for a higher consciousness. And I felt an overwhelming wave of peace wash over me. And so that was the beginning for me, knowing that I could go to any bathroom. When I'm working with people, when I'm teaching my students dynamic meditation, they find a bathroom. If you're at a club, you're having a panic attack. If you see someone's ex or your ex, if you're at a happy hour, if you're in a family situation that feels toxic, go to the bathroom and use your grounding techniques. Pray, use your meditations, touch your body as a way of feeling safe. Putting your hand over your heart, for example, or on your face. Story number 2 is also about a moment where I was going through a big heartbreak. And this was in my early 30s. It was so sad. And I was driving. I was at the wheel. And I know most of us know this situation where we're crying in our car. We're crying at the steering wheel. This was on P Street in Washington, D.C. And I found a place to park. So I pulled over. And what I did was, by instinct again, now I know it was a grounding technique, I went to the back seat of the car. The idea there was that I felt more swaddled in the back seat. When we feel swaddled, we feel safe, we feel anchored in. And I let myself continue to cry. I started to do my saying yes meditation. And I will be explaining in another video what my saying yes meditation is. But basically, it's just saying yes to all the feelings, the waves of feelings that were coming up. Remember, we allow the feelings to come up. That's why we say yes, they're asking to leave our body. So I sat in the back seat and I allowed feelings to come through me passed through me. I said yes. So I want to remind you that you can find a car if you're in a situation, a toxic situation in your home. Go outside, go in your car. If you're feeling anxious at your job, go to the parking lot, find your car, find the bathroom where you can have some privacy and start to pray or deep breathe. Do all of your techniques. And this really underscores what I teach all the time in the dynamic meditation method, which is the method that I created and established for people who need self-healing techniques that are on the go, that are portable, that are practical, because that's when things happen to us during the day. And we need things that are on the go, that are portable and practical. In bathrooms, we can find them anywhere. We can find them on an airplane, in a train station. We can find them anywhere. In our cars, that's why I say that cars and bathrooms are our churches, because they can be a place of sanctuary for us. So listen, if you like my content, I really want to spread the word on self-healing techniques that we can use anywhere. Please like, please subscribe, please share. Let's blow a kiss to the algorithms and send it to your friends who might need this. So I'll see you on the next Claudism. Have a great day.